I'm Catherine Soto. I'm Vice President of Project Operations. It's really about, for me, the company mission, it's customers first. How do we do that? It's really making sure that we put customers first. We deliver on that promise, on that commitment that we made to that customer. You know, at the end of the day, it's all about making sure that we provide a positive experience for our customers. We're with you all the way. It's something that I take to heart, especially every time that I see a sale come through. Because it's important, it really means that we are going to be part of that project every step of the way. And that doesn't mean that it's, we sold the building and that's it, it's over. That means that when that structure is completed and it's constructed and you see that final product and you hear that feedback from the customer that this is what my vision was and you guys help us create that, that is what it means to me, being with you all the way. Yeah, I mean, we're in the construction industry. We want everything to be perfect, but that's not always the case. But we have to make sure that we are there, that we're able to support the clients, that they could count on us, that if there's an issue on site, let's say there's a misfabrication or a missing beam, that we work together to figure out the best solution for that project. And as partners, because that's what we are and that's what we're building with our customers, is we have to be able to trust that we will have to figure out how, whose fault was it, but we need to take care of that issue at that moment, and we need to support the customer to do that. For me, every time I travel and we've gone to different countries and sat down with customers, and sometimes we see empty lots, and they have their vision on a piece of paper, and we're sitting there strategizing and figuring out how we're gonna make this come true. We sell them on this dream that we are going to help them create this. And so my team and I have to plan that, and that's really important to me, that we have to make sure that every single step of that project is planned so we could deliver on that promise to our customers. It's amazing having a happy customer. That means that we are going to have repeat business, and that's the most important thing. When I hear out there that, Ally is doing this, or Ally was able to support me on this, or we get a phone call from a new customer because that customer heard that we did such an amazing job. I mean, to me, that just tells me that what we put into it, it's really, that is what we're looking for. Allied is very a unique company because we're very different than your typical steel suppliers, because we're a company that really puts customers first, and we want to make sure that we manage that project. We create an experience for each customer. From the moment that that customer signs that order, to the design coordination that we go through, to the fabrication, to the delivery of that project, we are planning each step of the way with the customer and with all the professionals involved. And we're making sure that when our materials arrive on site, that there is a process there. We're even going as far as providing support during the installation, or teaching our customers how to review our drawings, to hand in hand with their erectors on site. I mean, that's one of the biggest things for Allied, is making sure that what we deliver at the end of the day is an Allied product, and it's the quality that we sold to the customer. During the pandemic, we weren't able to travel, so we had to make adjustments to make sure that our factories were fabricating the quality that we expected, that we wanted to deliver to our customers, that we promised to our customers. So we created virtual inspections. That actually, it was a bigger benefit to us, because not only when we were able to travel, we would travel once to the factory to see the end product and involve the customer too. He was part of that inspection. It was important to us because we wanted to deliver that quality that we promised to the customer. I've been with Ally for 12 years, and I feel that I've made not just business relationships, but friends too. Not just my team here at Ally, but also customers that I know that I could count on or they could count on me. And so it is really important for my customers or the relationships that we build, that they trust us as well as we trust them. My favorite part of Ally, I want to say at this moment, it's really my team, the company, the vision, seeing the growth that we continue to have and to see all the opportunities that are opening up for everybody that is coming in new, that they are going to be part of this growth. So that's exciting to me at this moment. You always hear me say that our suppliers, our vendors, we have to treat them like they're our partners because we can't do what we do without them. While our industry is going through supply chain issues, Allied is able to deliver at this moment. And that's because through the last decade, over the last decade, we have been building strong relationships with our suppliers, our vendors. How we do that, it's really by understanding how they work, and for our vendors also to understand how we work. It has to be a mutual trust that you build with these vendors. You want to make sure that they also believe in our slogan, "We are with you all the way," because that's what you're expecting when something is happening or you need to deliver this project and you need that help. You want them to be with you all the way too. I think that what stands out to me most is in Jamaica when we were delivering many projects there, and we really wanted to provide that extra support for a client, to provide them training of how the installation of our materials, of how that process was going to work. And we brought in our factory partners in order to create a whole standing seam training. And that really, to me, that was very important. And also for our customers, because it really showed that we were different and that we were willing to be there from the start all the way to the finish. Years ago, we had a project that was going to the Equatorial Guinea in the middle of nowhere. And we had to, we shipped, I think it was about 60 containers, and there was no installer at the site to receive these containers or how this building was going to be put up. And we actually sent one of our factory partners there in the middle of nowhere. We flew him there, and also one of our installers that we've worked with many years with to help the customer put this structure up. And years later, we look at this structure and we see the pictures, and we can't believe that this all came because it was team, all the partners coming together to make this project a reality. Years ago, I think it was one of my first projects that we deliver. We had to deliver everything in phases. And of course, one of the first items that needed to be in the first containers were the flanges for that project. And somehow those flanges ended up on the last container. And all the containers were at the port, and we had to figure out exactly how to move around everything in that particular port to get that container out of there and get that delivered to that site in order to get that project started. We had to make sure that we were with our freight forwarders, with the ports, to see how we could move that container out of there and get it delivered to the job site. So we really had to get creative in that situation and to make sure that we made that happen to the customer, that they were able to start the installation and get the materials that were required to continue the installation. So yes, we made this happen with a lot of sweat. I really just go back to the commitment that we made to the customer. I mean, we gave a word to them, and we have to stand by our word. We have to make sure that we deliver on that product. And we have to sometimes make that impossible possible. And being in the industry, you understand that there's always issues, but there's always a solution. And I have learned that, my team has learned that we can't take no for an answer. We have to be creative, and find the solution for the customer because it's always there. Flexibility, I think that's the most unique part of Ally. Being able to source materials, create a package from different companies all over the world and deliver that what we have, what we promise to the customer. We had a situation with one of our plants where they overcommitted to the fabrication, and we had a commitment to our customers to deliver that project. So we were able to move materials, that fabrication, to another factory. So in order to deliver this project to the customers as what we promised to them on that timeline and make sure that we maintain the standards of it. There was a lot of planning behind that, but that is who we are and that is what we do, is to find solutions for our customers. I think that my most important role is to make sure that there is procedures, there's process set up with every single vendor, supplier that we're working with, that our project managers and our sales team, that we have a streamlined workflow from start to finish. That's the only way that we're going to be able to deliver what we want for the customers, that we want to make sure that we have procedures created with all our vendors, our suppliers, internal too, and that we have resources available to be able to deliver. So one thing that describes me, it's passion. I love what I do, and I like to be in the middle of the craziness. It really drives me, and I like to provide the solutions to our customers. We really have a talented team that cares and that wants to make sure that we deliver these projects, and they're passionate, which is the most important thing, and they are going to guide that customer to deliver that project successfully. We're with you all the way.